May I present to you the President of the Board of Trustees of High Ridge House, Fran Hall.
Well, I can't tell you how happy we are to see all of you here today. First, I would like to introduce the other board members that are here today and have them stand. Marilyn Bradshaw and Barbara Burley. Barbara's our brand new board member. And two other board members, Vicki Brademan and Candace Cunaberti, were not able to be here because they had conflicting schedules, but we're grateful for them too. Establish and maintain. Establish and maintain. Two important concepts that give a picture of completeness. In Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures, Mary Baker Eddy writes, quote, Jesus established his church and maintained his mission on a spiritual foundation of Christ healing. The establishment is one thing, but to maintain what has been established, whether a Christian Science church, a Christian Science nursing facility, or the spiritual illumination gained from a diligently sought healing, is another thing. She also uses those words, establish and maintain, in her July 27th, 1909 letter to the Christian Science Board of Directors when she asked them to pass a bylaw stating, quote, the Mother Church shall establish and maintain a resort for the so-called sick. At this time, how do we apply those words, establish and maintain, to the current experience at High Ridge House? To maintain this important beacon of light and life and Christ healing, we need to maintain a level of support from the field. Prayerful support, individual demonstration, and an ongoing financial commitment. In our efforts to establish and maintain our services, we have hired a new executive director, Maravik Mabanig, and of course you all know her. She is establishing a new direction for High Ridge House. For the past 3 years, of course, she has served as our development director. We trust that all will support her in maintaining this new momentum. We want to express our gratitude to Virginia Hughes for serving as our ED for 7 months. Virginia voluntarily stepped down from that position and is currently our assistant administrator. We are grateful to her for helping maintain a cohesive transition as the organization moved in a new direction. Part of this transition includes the appointment of Elizabeth Harned as our new director of Christian Science Nursing. She brings great experience, knowledge, and managerial skills to this position. She has accepted the call to improve our operations. Later, please welcome her and her husband, Brian, who has also joined our Christian Science nursing team. And you'll hear from Elizabeth in just a few moments. Maintaining acceptable technology standards in a rapidly changing world of computing and data storage is a challenge. Changes required to keep High Ridge House's technology abreast of the times are costly but necessary. When finished, we will have spent roughly $80,000. This is not a choice, but a requirement. It keeps us in compliance with mandatory healthcare privacy regulations known as HIPAA. Again, we find those two words, establish and maintain. We have concerns about maintaining our established relationship with Medicare. For decades, we and other Christian Science nursing facilities have followed Medicare rules on how to allocate costs between Medicare and other patients, based upon advice from our attorney and accountants who specialize in Medicare regulations. Then, Medicare picked High Ridge House at random to be audited. We were to serve as an example of a religious, non-medical health care institution. And by the way, only Christian Science facilities are religious, non-medical health care institutions. During the audit, Medicare challenged the allocation methods we had used for years relating to staff housing and Christian Science nursing wages. The result? Requiring High Ridge House to repay $200,000 of what Medicare had paid us for 2010. As we appeal that decision, and we are appealing it, it is withholding another $600,000 of payments relating to 4 more years of care. That combined total of $800,000 has caused us to use up much of our savings. It is important to understand that Medicare pays for only some costs, for just some days, for just some patients. In a typical year, only 20 to 25% of the days patients are here are paid for by Medicare, and then only in part. The remaining costs are covered by what patients are able to pay for their care and contributions from the field. In this regard, your benevolence enables us to assist those we have been asked to serve. High Ridge House benevolence typically totals between $200,000 and $250,000 per year. This year, it is more. In addition, wonderful foundations such as High Oaks help individual patients on a per-case basis. Please note, we accept our patients on a needs-blind basis, so one's ability to pay is not a factor in the admissions process. High Ridge House's budget is generally somewhat more than $2 million a year, and we rely on the field for more than half of that. Your program contains an insert with details on our financial picture, and if anyone would like to review it with us, we would be happy to meet with you after the meeting. Currently, we have 2 near-term objectives in our efforts to maintain High Ridge House. First, we are committed to establishing a more sustainable business model. And in line with that, we have reduced management overhead in the last year and a half by eliminating 50% of administrative positions. Second, we must demonstrate the ability to pay a living wage to our employees, particularly our Christian Science nursing staff. Those of you who have experienced the healing care of a Christian Science nurse know the value of this skill and its contribution to Christian Science healing. So we are raising wages modestly for a number of employees. This step enhances our ability to maintain our healing mission. Nonetheless, the extraordinary Medicare and benevolence situations have caused us since 2013 to use up nearly all of our savings. We are working to find our equilibrium. We have been gratified by the responses to our immediate need from the field. This year we have sent out 3 matching funds appeals to which the field has generously responded, not only with helpful funds, but also with so much love and encouragement. For the moment, however, we would not be honest if we did not say we are in serious financial difficulty, and as a result, are in the process of obtaining a loan that will help tide us over for several months, and earnestly seeking additional financial gifts. Maintaining High Ridge House is a joint effort. However, while dealing with these pressing issues, we have not forgotten our long-term objective to renovate the building to enable it to function more efficiently. We clearly need your prayerful engagement with who we are and what we are doing. So while we have detailed the challenges we have faced, we have also told you the positive steps we have taken to meet these challenges. We trust that hand in hand with all of you, we will go forward to an era of greater service to the cause of Christian Science.